Welcome back, friends and family, to my kitchen. You might have already eaten your turkey and kind of be enjoying the late afternoon. So what I've got for you now is a recipe that you can make tomorrow morning and the rest of the holiday season. So let's pretend like you've woken up tomorrow morning and you want something that is going to impress the taste buds of those few people that you're gathered with. Well, I have homemade cinnamon rolls with a cream cheese frosting. And even if we don't get through the whole thing, I've got the recipe for you ready to go. So pretend that you've already made your dough. It's one of those things where you put yeast into warm water that activates those living yeast, and then you're going to nourish them with some sugar. You put an egg in there, a little bit of shortening because nobody's counting calories this weekend, right? You let that rise, and let me just show you, this is what you've got after you've let it rise for a whole hour. It's going to double in size, and then you want to give it a good punch down. So here we go. Punch that yeast down, and there it happens. Now, I've let this rise probably an hour and a half, and I've got this nice, big, pretty dough that we're going to use for our cinnamon rolls. Now we just want to roll it out. So we're going to do it in a rectangle shape, about a little more than a foot long and as wide as you like to make it. All right. So for time's sake, I'm just going to kind of make it happen quickly. Now what we're going to make is the sauce that's going to go inside the cinnamon rolls, and that's just a half stick of butter and then some brown sugar. And like I said, I've got the full recipe for you, and then 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. All right. You whisk that together, or just kind of stir it together with a rubber spatula. Let me move this out of the way so you can see as best you can. There we go. All right, and you're seeing the recipe right now, and you can access that on our website on wishtv.com. Just put in homemade cinnamon rolls, and it should come right up. I've had a lot of questions about that lately, how to get a hold of my recipes. They are all on the web right there for you. Okay, so we've got this amazing smelling cinnamon mixture. We're going to put it right in the middle of the dough. We're going to spread that out, and now we are going to start to roll. Somebody came in here and they said, Ness, it smells like a delicious candle. And that's exactly how I want your house to smell the day after Thanksgiving. All right. So we're going to start at the top, and then we're just going to roll down together. All right. These are a whole lot easier than they look. They're really not a big deal, but it is such a delicious way to welcome everyone into a gorgeous holiday season. I love this part. I love to just kind of squish this dough. It's so fun. All right, now we need to make a sauce that's going to go on the bottom of our pan. So into a saucepan, you melted some butter. I've got some right here, and then more brown sugar. So you're seeing similar ingredients, so it's really not difficult. All right, it's just, it's one of those things that's easier than what you would have thought, right? Then you want 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup. And that's going to go in a 9x13 pan. Now, we let that dough rise for 1 hour, then we made the rectangle, and then we rolled it. And now what we're going to do is slice it so we can put it into our 9x13. Then it's going to rise another half hour, and that's it. Okay, and then you can bake it. So what we want to do is put this sauce in the bottom of a pan. So it's like this delicious caramel brown sugar sauce, okay? Just kind of spread it out. At this point, you could put pecans on the bottom, or walnuts, or if you like any kind. I kind of am a purist. I just like my cinnamon rolls straight up, just the way they come. All right, no nuts involved. Now, I won't bore you with slicing all of the dough, and you know what? I don't even see my knife, so let's see if we could do it. Let's see if we can do it with a wooden spoon. So what you're going to do is slice up those cinnamon rolls, then put them side by side in your baking dish. I've never done this before with a spoon, but necessity is the mother of invention. All right, so you put them in there. You're going to let them rise for 30 more minutes, okay? Then you're going to bake them at 350 for 30 minutes, and when they're done, they are absolutely delicious looking. And I don't even think that I have time to make my cream cheese frosting, but all it is, you guys, is just cream cheese, butter, and then a pound of powdered sugar. But this is what they look like when they come out of the oven. Take a look at these. Some of them got a little bit overdone, but that's going to be okay. They're going to taste just as good. So you lift that out. Ooh, look at that. All that deliciousness. Smells absolutely amazing. Get some of that goo out from underneath. There would be less wars if there was more homemade cinnamon rolls. Okay, and then I like a huge gloop of cream cheese frosting on top. Put a fork in it. Take a bite. I think I've got a lot of people in the newsroom that are waiting for this recipe. Mackenzie, it smells amazing in here. I think this is just something fun to make for the holiday season. And just be ready, because your kitchen's going to get messy. But I like to say, messy kitchens make the best memories. Keep that in mind.
Oh my goodness, those look delicious. Yes, bring those into the newsroom. We have lots of hard workers working through this holiday.